Valentine's Day is all about showing love. And what better way than with something sweet? While chocolate strawberries are a classic, it's a bit basic for my taste. Today we're gonna take it up a notch with a unique, delicious treat. Let's get baking. Today we're making strawberry cream-filled chocolate hearts. They're rich, creamy, and guaranteed to impress that special someone. Plus, they're completely vegan and gluten-free. Okay, so we're not actually baking in this video. We're gonna be doing a little more melting. If you've seen any of my other videos, I love making chocolate and peanut butter treats. This time I wanna do something a little bit different. We're gonna use strawberries because it's Valentine's Day. I wanted to be in the mood. I already went ahead and melted the chocolate, but I wanted to show you how liquidy you wanna get it. So this is 1 cup of chocolate and 2 teaspoons of coconut oil. And I melted it in a double boiler, but you could do it in a microwave. If you do it in the microwave, just stop and go every few minutes and just stir it up to make sure you're not burning the chocolate. So let's put this aside, keep it warm. And now let's get into our filling. This is gonna be like a cream strawberry filling. Super easy. I have a whole bowl here of strawberries, but we only need 2. So I went ahead and cut the tops off of those, and we're going to mash them up. And I'm doing it on a plate because I think it's gonna be a lot easier. Let's first just dice it up a bit. Love the smell of fresh strawberries. I think you could use raspberries too. If strawberry is not your thing, you could try raspberries. Maybe even blueberry should be fine. But I wanted to get with the holiday color scheme and go with a red fruit. So we've got that all mashed up. Almost like a jelly. And get it as smashed up as you possibly can because you want this to be creamy. We don't want big chunks in our chocolates. This is just gonna flavor our cream and color it. I might even have to get in here and cut it up, depending on how tough your strawberries are. Yeah, that's good. See how that's getting a little sauce-like. Let's give it a few more squishes. Nice. I think that's good for now, so I'm just gonna set that aside. And let's get into our mixer. Let me move this out of my way. We're going to get a nice cream base first. I have a very softened, you know, sometimes I don't make sure it's softened. This butter is soft. It's very important for this recipe. So this is 2 tablespoons of vegan butter. And today I'm using the Violife butter. If you've seen my other videos, I usually use Earth Balance bars. Those are fine. I think for this recipe, this texture is almost more like a spreadable butter, which I think is going to be a lot better for this creamy base that we need. So again, that's 2 tablespoons of our vegan butter. Let's throw that right in here. And then to further get that nice creamy texture, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of vegan cream cheese. And one of my other preferences, just so you know, is tofutti. I think I like tofutti better because it's just creamier and thicker. Violife actually makes a vegan cream cheese, but for this recipe, I would recommend something thicker like tofutti. You can try this with the Violife cream cheese, but this is my recommendation. Let's get that all in there. And then let's add some of our sweetener. We have agave here. It's 2 tablespoons, and let's just put that right in as well. All right. Get our whisk on. And start off slow. Oh, maybe plug it in, that would help. All right, now we're going. It's very important in this phase to make sure this is well whipped, because once we add our strawberries and our powder, it might have a tendency to start breaking. So let's make sure before we do anything that this is fully cohesive or blended together, whatever you want to call it. So I can already see I have to turn this up a bit, but let's make sure nothing's sticking. And even if this does break a little bit, it's going to be okay tasting. But aesthetically, you want to make sure it looks like one creamy mixture. I'm just going to stop it a second just so you can see so far. We still have a little bit to go. I don't know if you can see. You can almost see it separating a bit. So we're gonna blend that a bit more, and then we'll slowly start adding in some of our powdered sugar. Oops. Put it on high for a second. That looks like it's getting blended pretty well. So let's lift this up and let's add less than half of our powdered sugar to start. Nice. Let's scrape our sides. Fortunately, you have to do this kind of in phases. We don't want to just dump it all in and rush through this. We want it to be well blended and look really pretty. So that's looking pretty good. So let's add a little more powdered sugar. Not all of it, just maybe half of what's left. Start off slow. There we go. It's looking like almost like a frosting. We'll scrape the sides, get the rest in there. I could just smell it already. Sweet, sweet cream smell. Wait till we add those strawberries. All right, so I'm just gonna dump the rest of this in. I think we're ready. Slow, so that doesn't cloud our face. Gradually increase the speed. And now while that's blending, I'm gonna add in one last dry ingredient, and that's our tapioca flour. And we're going to do just 1 teaspoon. And I'm just gonna put that in while this is blending. Let's turn this up a bit. That is looking good. Let's take a look. All right, so yeah, look at that. Look how stiff that is. It's like hardly moved when I open it. That's how we want it to be because we're going to add our strawberries in and that's gonna soften and loosen it up a bit. So don't worry if it seems too intense right now. So we've got our mashed strawberries and we're just going to add less than half again to start because again, we want this to slowly blend. We're trying to avoid any breaking here of the cream. So let's just start with that. And again on slow, and slowly increase. And look at that beautiful pink color starting to form. That looks great. Don't have to go too long before adding the rest. Oh my God, it looks so good and smells so good. Let's just go ahead and add all of that remaining. All right, so we've got all of our strawberry in there. Start off slow. And then slowly increase it. And now let's get a good speed. That is looking delicious. Awesome. Okay, that looks so good. Yum, and it smells so good. Strawberry and cream. Okay, so we're gonna get this in a pastry bag and then we'll put it in the fridge just to get set up. So we need a mold to make our chocolate hearts. I went to Michael's and found this really cute heart chocolate mold. It's got the little indentation. It's deep enough, perfect size for what I was looking for. So we're gonna go ahead and use this. So we're gonna get our chocolate that's already melted. And let's just spoon it in. Should be fairly easy because the chocolate's very melty. And fill it about halfway because you want to make sure that bottom gets coated. And honestly, I mean, I'm making a mess. Don't be afraid to make a mess. This is chocolate. I don't really know anyone who can make chocolates and not make a mess. So, got it filled. We're gonna move it around. Make sure we get all, and see, I know it's dripping on the sides, that's fine. Now the reason I have this parchment paper laid out is because I don't wanna waste the chocolate that I have to spill out of here. So we're gonna turn it over, and then any chocolate that lands here, I'm actually just gonna fold my parchment paper over and let it set up on its own again. And this way I have chocolate to melt for another time. So let's just shake it all out. We wanna make sure it's not too thick inside. And now you can see that we've got that coated. So let's just move that out of our way. Okay, we have our delicious chocolate melted in the heart. We have our pastry bag with our filling, and I'm just going to snip off, not too big, just enough to squeeze some of the filling out. Well, let's go ahead and fill our heart. Nice generous amount. And again, don't worry about how neat this is because we're just gonna cover it with chocolate anyway. That looks so good. I mean, you could just eat this cream filling on its own too. Put it on a cookie or cake or ice cream or something. I think that's enough filling. Let's get some more chocolate on there to cover. Again, just get it all on there messily, that's fine, because we're gonna have to smooth it out anyway. Yeah. And I use dark chocolate. If you're not a dark chocolate fan, go ahead and use milk chocolate. As long as it's a vegan milk chocolate, it should work just as fine. All right, give it a little scoot, and then we're gonna use this to help. You could drag chocolate from anywhere else that might be missing. So like right here, I needed a little more chocolate, so I just grabbed it from here, scooped it over. So the thing I love about these silicone molds, you can kind of move them around and work with you as you're doing these. Clean it up as much as you can. And then let's just give it one little tap down, make sure we filled all the little pockets. And I'm gonna put this on just any old tray, just so it sits flat. We're gonna put this in the freezer. I would say give it at least 10 to 15 minutes to set up fully. So real quick, this was perfectly good chocolate that we had to shake out of the mold, and I was telling you to just put it on this parchment paper to save it. I'm gonna show you what I do. I just fold it over like that. You can even fold it over again if you'd like. And then simple as that, you can even fold it up again to make it smaller. Just throw it in the freezer and take it out when you're ready to use it again. It should come right off your parchment. All right, these are out of the freezer. They are pretty solid, and I think they're ready to be demolded. So let's give it a whirl. Let's like push these out. Okay, they look cute. I love these molds. You could just, everything comes out really easy. You have to be careful though. I squeezed some of the filling out. one downside to these. Maybe one little trick or tip I can offer is use the silicone to kind of spread open instead of pushing. And that helps a bit. Let's try that here. And last one. Let's pull that off. All right, feeling squeezed out a little bit on some of these, but I think that's okay. All right, so I say let's get them on a plate and then we'll give them a taste. All right, I'm really excited. Chocolatey. Ooh, strawberry. I'm gonna eat this whole thing. The chocolate texture is perfect. It's soft yet firm enough to hold the cream. The cream is ooey gooey but still firm and holding its shape inside the heart. So ditch that sampler chocolate box you got last minute at the pharmacy. You know who you are. And give them something from the heart. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and please comment to let me know if you try to make these chocolates. Thanks for watching. See ya.